Hello, people of YouTube who don't have any idea who I am. This is EgboJ20, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing something here. This baby right here. Yeah, I love that sound. So this baby right here is the Sony DCR-SX20. I just read it on the camera right here. Just come closer, see it here. Let's see if you can see it. Okay. But this camera here is like, in the early 2010s, like, to be honest with you, like all these, cameras that you see popping up on AliExpress and Amazon, they all copy this camera here, in my opinion. Sony is the bomb, and I even reviewed a camera from Sony, which you can watch on my channel in the description or up here. In fact, I even have a PS4 controller here. I love Sony so much. Let me just stop blabbing around and review this baby right here. Let's take a look and admire this sweet and beautiful baby right here. So as you can see here, this dial here is to zoom in or zoom out the camera footage. This button here is used to take a photo on this camcorder. Let's adore the left side of the camera. Just look at it right here. On the back, there's a removable battery and a record button. On this side of the camera, you have a strap to use to grip the camera. Videographer mode, baby. You also have this slot here that you can use to connect the charger for this camera. This is basically the charger right here. Yeah, see it right here for yourself. You also have this switch here that closes and opens the lens of the camera. It's a good way to protect your camera lens, and this is really smart. Wow, that lens is beautiful. But let's look under the camera. If you look under the camera here, you can see that the camera has a tripod screw, so you can connect this thing to your tripod that is just at home catching dust. This also has a memory card slot too, and you can insert either an SD card or a memory stick inside it. Let's turn this camera on. I love that sound. Let's test out some features with this camera. So as you can see here, this camera has the flash mode, and this is really nice for this type of camera. This camera is in touchscreen, and you have to use the physical buttons to navigate through the camera menu. Now this camera has a lot of features that you can play with. Now you can adjust things like the white balance and so on, and you can adjust settings for both video and pictures depending on what you want to do with this camera. So just see everything on the screen now. Okay, now let's look at this part of the camera. So this here is your speaker. This part here is an AV port, and if you have a special AV cable, you can connect this to your TV. Like if you want to connect this into your TV that has HDMI, because most TVs don't have AV, then just buy an AV to HDMI connector. There's also a USB mini port, and use this to connect to your computer. Like that's if you want to transfer stuff from your camera to your computer. But for me, I would still recommend removing the memory card and inserting it into your computer and transferring the files from there. That is better in my opinion, but I don't know, it depends on what you want. You also have a white balance mode too, and you also have a mode button where you can change from camera or video. Oh, and I almost forgot, for this camera you can also flip the viewfinder thingy here. You can flip it, like all that stuff like that, and this is some crazy stuff here depending on how you're filming. But let's record with this camera here. So this is my iPhone camera here. This is the front facing camera, and then I'm also gonna film with the camera of the Sony Handycam right here. Yeah, so you'll see it. But let's record with this camera here. So this is my iPhone camera here. This is the front facing camera, and then I'm also gonna film with the camera of the Sony Handycam right here. Yeah, so you'll see it. Now, can this product here actually film things like vertical videos like TikToks and so on that are just taking over the world right now? The answer is yes, it can. All you just have to do is simple. When you bring out your camera, just make sure that it's in the front so that you can see where you're filming, and then from there you now place it vertically like this. When you place it like this, you now put it on the tripod, and from there you record your stuff. Just make sure that the camera is on the tripod like this. That's already like broken and bending, but it doesn't have to be bent. As long as the tripod is shaped like this, then vertical video can be filmed. As you can see right here, the perfect vertical video is set up. But like the audio quality of this camera isn't really that good, so I would suggest that what you could do to make the quality better is if now that you get like an external microphone, like I don't know, and any of those tones you find on Amazon on the screen, or maybe even record with your phone, something like that, and then, you know, like sync up the audio in post. Like for example, hello everyone, I love the world, everything makes me happy, bye. Oh, and lots of lighting are important as well, so maybe filming outside might be better. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's just do some picture tests with this camera. Now the camera's maximum resolution is 640 by 480p and its format is JPEG. Now the pictures with this camera indoors is not really the best. It's so grainy and it just looks like some very old camera. But even though this camera, yes, it is very old, but still. I even took this picture outside here and it still didn't really do much justice to the camera. But it does give this retro aesthetic type of, you know, picture. Maybe intensive editing and lighting might save the camera though. Now for a video test. The maximum resolution for this camera is 720 by 480p and the video format is MPG. The camera's optical zoom is up to 50x and the digital zoom is up to 1800x. This camera's quality is not the best at all in my opinion, but I can just say that this camera still gives this retro kind of vibe. So if you're trying to make a retro type of video, then maybe this camera is useful for that. But let's just make a mini vlog with this camera here and let's just, you know, see how it looks outside when it shows my face and stuff. Should I make like a YouTube short or TikTok with this camera? Please, like, you know, comment below, let's know. In the end of the day, I still have to cut Sony some slack because this camera was made a very long time ago. And even though this camera can still hold up in 2022, there are still better options and better quality cameras compared to this Handycam here. Our phones nowadays have like a much better quality than this camera, to be honest with you, but still, whatever you want to film is your choice. Now you can use this camera, yeah, I can recommend it, but that's if you're doing basic video, like not for high quality videos. If you just want to film something basic and fun, then yeah, you can use this in, like, I don't know, some people still like this thing for, you know, the aesthetic, because, you know, some people can make all these horror movies with cameras like this, where, you know, they're filming and then they're in a horror place, like, you know, you get. And even if you're starting YouTube, you can use this camera, but just remember that if you want better audio and better lighting, either you film outside or you have lots of good lights that can, you know, pop the quality, or like the quality will pop out and become really nice. And for the audio, maybe if you can record and post, then that is, you know, how you can get a better audio quality. Or if not, that you're good at using, like, you know, programs like Audacity and FL Studio and, you know, color grading the pictures and all of that stuff like that, then this can actually hold up. Yeah, but anyway, that's all for today's video. Would you use this bad baby here in 2022? Comment below, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace out.